Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor X here with Good Clean Gaming RX, and today we are back once again in Eco. Go ahead and get a quick bite to eat here, and we're going to get started on today's gameplay. I think the objective for today is going to be to get our blast furnace running. We're getting the rest of the stuff put together for the blast furnace and getting that going. We're going to see about. Yeah, we need more lumber for that. We're also going to see about mining out a lot of the sand or the crushed rock that's downstairs, and hopefully mining down and finding. Well, okay. Hopefully, finding some more iron ore and being able to get that kicked out. So, okay. This is the store. That's still on this one. Okay, good. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just leave those here actually for right now. I'm gonna take this and we'll get this rock sold, and then we'll go ahead and get the lumber that we need over there at twice as wood. Actually, somebody explained that yesterday. I think it was Idiocide actually. Messaged on the YouTube channel and said that's actually a play on Dr. Seuss's The Lorax, Onceler. So that's what that's from. So all right, let's see. Twice there's wood. We need to go ahead and get some lumber. Let's go ahead and get 50 of those. And then we'll go ahead and come over here to the road union. And we'll sell our rock. There we go. I've got a little bit of asphalt concrete left over. Looks like people have been using that quite prolifically, so we might do a little bit of that ourselves. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and take that. Looks like those are all owned, so grab that. But yeah, anytime you see surface iron ore as a smelter or a miner, you'd be like, oh, let's grab that. While we head over here and get the blast furnace set up the rest of the way, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We are continuing to help the channel to grow. But it's been slow progress recently, so anything you can do to help, I appreciate it. Alright. Let's go ahead and yeah, we'll go ahead and move this out one. There we go. Right, and then we'll go ahead and put up. There we go. That onto there. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put a ladder right here. There we go. And that'll allow us access. We've got 72 of 60. So we're going to need to expand this again slightly. Don't have access there, so I'm just going to do that, I guess, over here. So I'm going to put those away right now, and then put the roof up there. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and grab the wall here. Ooh. There we go. Being weird. There we go. Alright. That should give us the space that we need. Space is good. Now we just need to elevate the floor to something better. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back, and then I'm going to go ahead and we'll just dig out the floor here. And we'll replace all of this with mortared stone. That should pump it up high enough that we can go ahead and use this. Oops. It's handy. Let's sneak that in there. There we go. Perfect. Go ahead and grab those, and then we can use our hammer and for floor. It's 7.8 out of 2.8. Alright, this is currently a room. Seven, 8 out of 2.8. I think we're just going to need to replace. We'll just replace those with pieces of lumber, and I think that should fix it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So, now we've just got to get some fuel into here. Just going to drag this over. And we can now make 4 iron bars out of 1 iron concentrate. And it's going to give us 2 clay molds, 4 iron bars, and a piece of slag. Versus here and see what the bloomery was doing. The bloomery was doing 6 out of 1.2. And giving us 2 slag and 3 bag. 3.6. So we were getting a bit better return, but it was incredibly slow. I'm gonna have to see about getting an advanced upgrade for that. Probably have to make one of those. Let's do this. Okay. Advanced upgrade 1s. None currently available. Ooh, sell it. None currently available to purchase, so we'll have to see about making one of those up. Let's see here. Geology research paper moderate and basic research. $70. Goodness. No, we're going to end up going over to research paper exchange. That's only going to knock 10% off though. So, alright. We are going to go ahead and see about mining out some more of... Oh, there we go. That up there, and we'll get the rocker box going. We don't have one of those. One of the blast furnace ones going yet. Or the bloomery one's going yet. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll do like 5. Let's do 3 of those. There we go. We'll put the work in. Alright, excellent. Let's grab some food here quickly. See what exactly I can eat. Bring up my score, if anything. There we go. Jungle campfire stew. Wild stew, even I hate those. Got a little bit of food spoiled, looks like. I have to hurry up and eat this stuff. Okay. Go ahead and we'll get started on digging up the rock. As you can see, we blew up a whole bunch of it yesterday with the dynamite. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a bunch of this dug up. I also want to make sure that I leave enough that I can, you know, dig up the rest of this rock to get it all squared out. So I'm not just gonna, you know, dig out everything all the way to the bottom, because I've got to make sure that I've got enough space to, enough rock to climb up and dig out the rest on the roof there. So. Okay, it's filled in the hole down there quite nicely. To reach that from here, so I'm just going to go ahead and drag all of that to up there. And I want to make sure, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. Alright, so I want to dig out to at least there. Okay. dig this up. Probably at least a little higher there. Probably to match the rest of it over there. Oops. Guess the other thing that I'm going to need to do though too here pretty soon is to find some more iron ore. Hard to be ironmongers without the iron ore. Alright, let's go ahead and put that there. We're going to drag this up to there. And then, I've altered, we need a little bit more of that. Okay, so this is the rest of my ramp, obviously. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find some more iron ore though. So we're just going to start prospecting. So we want to dig out to there. So yeah, so we can start digging here. And I'm basically just going to start digging one of these one of these downward tunnels like this. And we're going to get down, probably a good 30 to 40 blocks or so below the surface. There we go. Down to where the iron ore generally hides. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Uh-oh. I've dug something out. There we go. Alright. Let's grab some food here quickly. See if there's something that'll balance. There we go. And increase my score some. I really need to get some more protein calories, I think. Could use what, a meaty stew? 98 meters southeast of Lulu's Bakery. We're gonna end up going down and grabbing one of those. Couple of those probably here shortly. Oof. That's not much. Okay, that one's blocked. There we go. And that'll kick off some more crushing. I'm going to go ahead and move those up to the stockpile over here. Alright, and then go down and recover the rest of that rock here quickly. Alright, so there's actually a good bit of iron ore down here, it looks like. Just had to dig down to it. Yeah, okay, good. Alright. Let's take this back up to the surface. I'm going to also start putting a couple stockpiles down here shortly so that we can chain these up to the surface. instead of having to make that run. Well, maybe. We'll see how much iron ore is actually down here. That might be it. Poor yield from all of that. Let's do some prospecting channels. None there. Oh, there we go. There's some. Alright. Let's go ahead and we'll dig over to there. Let's see if we can... It's a little bit. A lot of times where there's a little, there'll be a little more around that area, so... Let's drag this over to that one. Nope. Alright. Alright. We may need to get ourselves a stamp mill here shortly as well. That was pathetic. Alright, not a whole lot of iron apparently. Alright. We're gonna leave that there for right now though, because I'm starting to get chasing that, and we really need to be upgrading the house a little more. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna take up all of this, and we're gonna place it or replace it with the mortared stone. Should have enough, I think, to do that properly. Now that I've got an iron hammer, this is going to go significantly faster. Got to make sure I'm only taking down my living area portion and not all the wall of the rest of the house, because I'm not sure that I've got quite enough to do everything over. Alright, go ahead and pop that into there. And then we'll grab these and we'll just go with the wall. There we go. All right. There we are. And then let's here? We can do... We'll still have to... Alright. No, that's not going to do. Alright. We'll have to end up putting a ladder or something into there. We're running out of food rather quickly. Looks like I'm definitely going to need to get some meat soon. There we go. There we go. Alright. And we'll need to put in our door and a couple pieces of... Okay, go ahead and take those. There we are. Alright, and then let's go ahead and we'll grab each of these. There we go. And I'm going to replace each of these old pieces here with the new mortared stone ones. There we go. And let's see, we'll need a bench. Okay. And well, oh goodness. What happened there? Bathrooms. Living room. Alright, so we've gotten rid of the bedroom there then, I guess. Let's take that up. What have we got going on here? Living room. Happened there. There we go. We'll place that down. This one's got to have fuel in it, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll take... We'll take 20 of those. There we go. Alright, so now up to 8. 1 day, 9 hours. Excellent. Okay. So we've got that done. Living room, bathroom. I'm gonna actually move these now. There we go. And we'll put these out here in the living room. There we go. And then I'm gonna put the bed back in there. And we're gonna grab a little bit more mortared stone. Or actually, grab a couple pieces of lumber here. There we go. And we're just going to put those up like so. And we're going to go ahead and grab one of those. There we are. Perfect. Alright, so now we've got a bedroom. We've got a living room. And we're getting 10.5 of our skill gain that way. I'm going to go ahead and we'll grab some meat here quickly. And that's going to be it for today's video. Sitting at here, 255. Definitely going to need to... let's do this. By a roast at Grimm's Cookhouse. Right down there. Okay. Let's go grab some of those then. Yep, we'll grab those and ooh, we're gonna buy them out of the rest of those. Let's eat one of them. Excellent. I'm gonna go ahead. How many of these does he want? Because there's a subsidy now, 100? Yeah, too heavy. Alright, let's do this then. We'll do 50. Still too heavy. Alright, let's do 20 then. There we go. Alright, and then we got 0.6 cool bucks. Alright, for fulfilling that order. Excellent. Alright, well that's going to be it for today's video. We are going to leave that right there. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Ta-ta.